Yo, everybody, what's poppin'? Welcome to another episode of Blazblue Central Fiction 2 Patch Note Live, I guess, is what we can call it for now. I'm joined here with my good pal,
Saken.
And we here at the 42 crew are going to go over Noel's changes today. Since Saken is a dedicated Noel main, or at least he used to be, he was very excited about some of the changes. So why don't you tell us what's going on with Noel and BBCF 2?
Alright, so first off, they are adjusting her standing stagger hurt box. So basically, whenever she's standing, she has a bigger hurt box.
Okay.
It'll make confirms a little more consistent.
Yeah, so she's, I'm assuming like some characters will like drop out of their confirms.
Yeah, like I've heard Richard actually complain about it from time to time.
Okay.
So let's see. Next up, they're going to be changing her 5B Gatling. So block for me a bit. Like they're changing this, right?
Yeah.
So they're not going to. You can't use 5B twice in the same string. I wasn't even aware that was something she could have done. Because as I'm messing with it right now, I don't feel like that's something I can do. But it could be some sort of a translation error.
Yeah.
But what they are letting her do is doing, so she'll probably, based on their wording, she can do 2B 2 times per string.
Okay.
Which she could do 2B right now. Right?
It's not a Gatling.
It is a Gatling. It used to be a Link that was also a frame trap. But they gave it to her as a Gatling. But they also left 2B as 0 on block. So.
Oh, okay.
But now she can do 2B 5B into
again.
2B again, which would be really useful for like checking fuzzy guards and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Making sure people stay on the toes. And like I said, 2B 0, so that's actually pretty decent. The next change she got, I don't know what the implications are gonna be, but this could potentially be the biggest buff. Is 2C stagger time and untech time will be increased, so there's more hit stun on it, right?
Okay, so it's gonna open up new combo routes.
Definitely, she's definitely gonna get. If you crouch and get hit from me, I'll show you.
Okay.
So they gave her that Gatling in Central Fiction, right? But
it doesn't work.
It doesn't crouch confirm. So that's gonna allow her to basically do that as a crouch confirm.
Oh, that seems really good.
Cause there's times where like I have to alter my pressure, right? Because if you get hit, I need you to get hit by that, and not by that.
Okay.
And so I can't confirm that the other way, into crouch confirm. Right. So you would have to do 2C first instead of 5C to get the crouch confirm. So that's gonna give us some flexibility when it comes to pressure options, or even like footsie options. Right. Like I may have already done 5C, but I want to keep my turn a little longer because that's our only plus. Normal is 2C.
Yeah. So
you block it, I'm still plus. +1. It's not very plus, but it might let me dash in and get a 5A.
Yeah, sure.
So it helps her keep her turn a little longer.
All right then. That's pretty good.
Especially on people that are sleeping. Barrier guard, it's actually +2. So.
Oh, all right. You hear that? Don't barrier guard 2C.
Yeah. So it gives some threat to her pressure because she can end with that. So that may have just outright beat that 2A there in post patch. But what I would really hope, is me being real wishful, is that'll work on standing. Because if that works on standing, that's huge.
I mean, it wouldn't be the first time a character's gotten a change like that. I mean, both Kokinoe and Mu 12 now have this.
Oh, you're right.
Work on standing.
You're right. Mori, please. Mori, please.
So if that is the case, I wouldn't be too far-fetched, in my opinion.
Okay. So
personally, I don't like fighting Noel, so I hope it's not the case. And a lot of people out there don't like fighting Noel either.
But she's not even that good, man.
Doesn't mean that you like fighting her.
That's fair.
But anyway, so moving on.
So the next change reads 6A is now jump cancelable on block, which I thought was the case anyways. But it must have been a thing way back, because I'm pretty sure I've seen that button be jump cancelable.
Yeah, I think it used to be jump cancelable in one of the previous versions.
So I'm not entirely sure what that's gonna do for her, besides open up, some interesting pressure options, because she can Gatling from 2B to it. So it might make, autopiloting a little easier with her.
Yeah, or it might allow her to go for like jump, reset, pressure.
Yeah,
stuff
so
like that.
That's cool because right now she can jump cancel that and that, right? So it's just one more button to be able to jump cancel.
It also makes it safer to use if someone like air blocks, so they jump in at you.
Yeah,
and they air block.
So you can actually not get punished.
Yeah,
that's probably the main implication, actually.
Yeah, so that way if they block, you can just jump away.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Whoops. Yeah, you can just jump away.
So that's I think it's a nice quality of life change, right? Like it's just something there for her to use. Also, it floats less on hit. So if you get hit from me, you won't fly as high, which will probably give her some consistency when it comes to certain confirms. They're also changing, her JD as well. So I think that's like a coupled change, so that she can consistently get like some Chrono Phantasma 1.0, 1.1 style air-to-air confirm.
Yeah, so what exactly are they changing about JD then?
So JD no longer will have its trajectory change based on if you normal jumped or super jumped. Because right now that's the thing. Some confirms require you to super jump, some confirms require you to normal jump. It's really annoying. It causes major inconsistencies when it comes to confirming. But they're standardizing it, so you can just it's always the same, no matter what you do. They're also increasing the startup, right? Like, not increasing, decreasing the startup. So it's going to be faster, which probably will allow her to do this confirm again that she had in Chrono Phantasma.
Ah, I see.
But she lost it when they slowed down JD and Extend.
Alright then. Seems pretty good.
So that's cool. It's going to let her do stuff off overhead that isn't she has some other stuff, but like if you ever go into that, like, because sometimes you just autopilot the old confirm and that's all you can do, but that'll let you go back to the ground.
No, I just realized something actually. Alright, so another universal system change, we'll talk about this in a separate video, but another universal system change is that every character has added advantage on crouch confirm.
Oh yeah, +2, yeah.
So since Noel's overhead auto crouch makes you force you to crouch. Will she be able to do that into like 5C now instead of 5B?
It doesn't Gatling in.
Oh, it doesn't Gatling.
Yeah.
Okay, so it only goes into.
But it will let her do. Oh yeah, it'll let her do that again.
Okay.
She used to be able to do that, but now she can't. I also want to point out the next buff is they're increasing the proration on muzzle filter and the untech time. And they're making the follow-up time universal for every character.
It's not already universal?
No.
That sounds annoying.
Yeah, it's real annoying. So, it increases her damage off of overhead because she can go into that. Going into that lets her go in the muzzle filter.
Yeah, that sounds scary, actually.
Yeah. So, thanks for bringing it up because I totally forgot about it when I was reading through the patch notes. Now I'm even more excited.
You're welcome, friend. I'm glad I could be of service.
Oh, the other thing about JD, when it's moving, like during the movement frame, it has body info.
Oh, so you she can't be hit out of it, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I'm assuming that's so you can't because for whatever reason she used to have a hurt box like where you can hit the bullets.
Yeah. And
it anti-air like that.
Yeah, but not anymore. Yeah.
So
it'll be harder to deal with it as you jump in with JD.
Yes.
The
other change, right? 4D's back. When I say back, it's not as good as it used to be because they're reducing it as a starter, right? So it's currently a long start, which means you start at a combo timer of 0 frames.
Yeah.
And for those of you who don't know how the combo system works in this game, it's time-based. You have reduced hit stun on your attacks based on how many frames your opponent's been in hit stun. So long starters start at 0 frames. I believe it's becoming a normal starter, which will put it at 180 frames of timer.
Okay.
So she'll still get a decent combo. She just won't get as much as she did. But they're reverting it back to its old self, where it has body invuln it's keeping its projectile invuln.
Okay.
So she can still use it like to get around new 13 and stuff.
So you can now like use it like an anti-air then? I
No.
guess? Oh no.
Body
Oh,
invuln.
body. Okay, so you can use it like just
The same way you used to,
yeah,
right?
Like,
So,
yeah, like that.
yeah, and DPs and all that.
Okay, so that's pretty good. So you can bait stuff with it.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
But it's still susceptible to jump-ins, throws, and loads.
Well, ripped head invuln in 4D.
Yeah. Like, I don't think it's ever going to be head invuln again.
Yeah, probably not. That's pretty good. I mean, to be fair, I feel like it couldn't be head invuln again, especially if it's like a short starter. I feel like it should never be head invuln and a fatal again.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair.
That's just
Or if the head invuln was late. Like, because that part seems like it'd be really good at anti-airing.
yeah.
But Mori ain't listening to me. So, I'll get into her last two changes, right? So, they're adding a cross-up hurt box to JB. It already has slight cross-up potential, but I'm pretty sure, based on the change, that'll probably put you in block stun,
Yeah.
which opens up pressure options. You know why? Because she can jump cancel it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I can kind of like bounce around on your head. So
That'd
that'll be real interesting to see the applications. Characters like 9 might have some trouble with that since she doesn't have like a straight up anti-air,
Yeah, yeah.
and you have to like commit to doing the dragon legs kick.
Yeah.
And the last change is for that button, JTC. They're increasing the hitbox upwards because she has some problems with her main confirm in the corner sometimes.
Alright.
Where some characters,
Oh, they float too
yeah,
high?
they'll float too high and kind of like fall out of it.
Alright. So, with these changes, how do you think Noel will fare in CP?
I think she will go back to where she was in Chrono Phantasma 1 point, or every Chrono Phantasma, which is pretty much right in the middle, right? Like,
solid
but who
mid-tier.
knows? Because I had come up with that conclusion before you reminded me about the crouch confirm buff and her overhead that forces crouching.
Yeah.
Actually, her drive overhead also forces crouching.
Oh.
So
That might be really big then. for
depending
combo
on
structure.
how that works, and if Mori decides to let me crouch confirm on standing opponents, like she could potentially be somewhere between mid and high tier, based on the changes other characters have gotten.
Oh boy.
And I'll be super happy about that.
I'm sure you would be. You'd be returning to your roots as a
'Cause
filthy Noel player.
I barely use 4D anyways. Like 6D's nice. 2D doesn't. They didn't give it foot invuln back. That's fine, because that doesn't matter to me, right? Like I don't care if drives have invuln. I just want like really good, solid pressure, ways to get good confirms and good damage.
Yeah.
So if they give her that, I'm content.
Alright then. Well, I think that's all for this episode. We've gone over Noel, so we'll have another character back with you very soon. We're going to try to cover as many characters, if not all the characters, before the patch actually drops. So stay tuned for more BlazBlue content. We'll be covering everything, Central Fiction 2, Cross Tag, Unionist, all anime all the time. So if you're looking forward to that, please subscribe. If you haven't already liked the video, share it out, let it know, retweet it. You can follow us at LVL482 on Twitter, or you can also find us at youtube.com/Level42Gaming or Level42 Productions. I am MastaStef, and this is Saken, and have a good day. Later.